Welcome to Timebeat Breaking News Channel. Here are our breaking news today. 1. Jason Statham, Lean and Mean, returns in Wrath of Man. 2. Belarus Leader says of criminal case in Germany.
Entertainment. Jason Statham, Lean and Mean, returns in Wrath of Man. Wrath of Man, top-lined by Jason Statham, the action star Richie created, finds the director working in a completely different register. This one is more like a somber minor key concerto than a comic opera. Picture a Michael Mann thriller except with a coolly determined, vengeance-minded Charles Bronson figure at the center of it. Based on a 2004 French film called Le Convoi, released in the US under the title Cash Truck, The Wrath of Man relies heavily on beats developed in Mann's 1995 Heat. But this movie, instead of focusing equally on the cops and the robbers, sets up a balance between two exceptionally professional gangs that rob armored trucks in Los Angeles. And their prey, the security guards who ferry around large amounts of cash in them. It's all building up to a gigantic clash on Black Friday, when the maximum amount of cash is being moved around. Statham has proven he can play an entire movie with a smirk, as in the ludicrously over-the-top Transporter movies, but this time he strikes a stone-faced and coiled pose as H, a mysterious newbie employee doing cash pickups for an armored car company. Richie's previous films are so jokey and whimsical and loose, and prone to skittering away on wild comic tangents, that the gravity with which he infuses Wrath of Man comes as a big surprise. With its chronological jumps, Wrath of Man has something of the feel of Steve McQueen's Widows, and with its protagonist's black-eyed determination, it recalls Craig Zahler's Dragged Across Concrete.
Europe. Belarus Leader says of criminal case in Germany. Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko on Friday brushed off an attempt by 10 Belarusians to file a criminal case against him in Germany for crimes against humanity during a crackdown on street protests. Speaking 2 days before Belarus marks its annual holiday to commemorate the Soviet Union's victory over Nazi Germany, Lukashenko said the heirs of fascism were in no position to judge him. Belarusian authorities detained tens of thousands of people in a crackdown against a wave of mass protests and strikes after Lukashenko claimed victory in a presidential election last year. His opponents said the vote was rigged to prolong his 27-year rule, something Lukashenko denies. The West imposed sanctions on Minsk as protesters emerged from prison with heavy bruises on their bodies and accused security forces of brutality and torture. A top United Nations official called it a human rights crisis. Lawyers who brought the case for the 10 Belarusians, who are now living across Europe, cited universal jurisdiction laws that allow Germany to try crimes against humanity committed anywhere in the world. Germany's universal jurisdiction laws were used in February to secure a guilty verdict against a former member of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad's security services for abetting the torture of civilians. Thank you for watching. We help you stay up to date all the news hourly. Please subscribe our channel to follow up the latest one.